Now from the outside, this may not look like a high-end custom shop, but we're at Blast from the Past in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, and the owner, Bill Borneman, is going to give us a personal tour. You gotta see this. Bill, you've got an amazing operation here. The more I see, the more I want to see. Give me a tour of what's going on. Tell me about it.
Well, Kevin, I'm glad you like what you see, and I'll give you a tour. What we do here is everything from maintenance and upkeep to full rotisserie restorations to brand new cars, street rods, muscle cars, you name it.
I see one of everything. Beautiful street rods, traditional restorations. My dad used to work at an AMX dealer, so the hair on my arms is standing up in here. This 32 Ford, unmistakable grille. Not the original engine. Talk to me about the drivetrain.
Well, basically, it's a 28 with a 32 grille.
Ah, okay.
This was a car that was started about 35 years ago and got left at a bad shop. They pulled it out of the shop. They stuck it in storage for 30 years, and about a year ago, the people contacted us, and this is what you see now, you know.
Well, the fit and finish is incredible. Beautiful paint work. Obviously, you've got a talented staff. How many people work here?
We have 14 employees altogether. On an average, we're somewhere between 25 to 32 cars in the shop at any given time.
Wow, that's great. Well, you got the building and the square footage to cover it. So I see Super Sport, I see 327 badging, but that's not a 327.
No, it's not, Kevin. It's an LS3. Actually, the customer that owns this bought this car new in 1966, and he brought it to us now, and he wanted it upgraded to modernization. LS3, 4L70E, Global West tubular upper-lower control arms, coilovers, 4-link in the back, 9-inch,
Yeah.
4-wheel disc brakes, modernization.
It's modernization because you've got an LS engine in it, but you've got the Chevrolet script on the valve covers, or they're actually the Holley full valve covers that cover up the coil packs, right?
That's correct.
So
That's correct.
you've got a nice balance of, obviously, it's not an old engine, it's a late model engine, but it just ties in, so very nice work, man.
Thank you. That's what we want to do. We want to try and keep with the era.
Very cool, very cool. So I see steel, I see fiberglass. Tell me about the truck.
Well, yeah, you're right, steel and fiberglass, but we stretched it 4 inches. It's got a 4-inch longer frame. The doors are 4 inches longer, and we moved the firewall forward 4 inches. So I'm 6'2", and I'm going to have 8 inches more room in it. I'm going to be able to drive it. We have an unconventional engine in it from what's normal. We put a SVO 2.3 intercooled turbo motor in it by Ford.
Nice.
And I plan on going coast to coast with it next year.
Nice. With great gas mileage, too.
I would think so.
In the fab shop, a chassis jig is not something that you see every day. Tell me what you've got set up here.
Well, what we do is we're actually a manufacturer for a company called Chassis Concepts. We build the C2 and the C3 chassis, all mandrel bend to go underneath, obviously, C2 and C3 Corvettes.
Yeah.
But what's neat about it is we actually put C4 or C5 front and rear suspension under it. Right. So now you can take that classic C2 or C3 Corvette and you can take it out and you can drive it like a new one.
Yeah.
You know, and they're set up for LS motors if the customer so desires to do that, so you have the power of the new ones too. This is what it's all about. This is want to make it handle and drive like a brand new one, you know?
Well, people think about these cars. They remember them better than they were when it comes to handling and stuff. So this solves problems. Well, this is awesome, but don't get me wrong. I want to see the AMX Concept Car. Show me the crown jewel.
All right,
here.
let's go. We'll go do that.
So I'm seeing cues from production cars here, but I see a blended Gremlin and an AMX. Tell me about this thing.
Well, American Motors in 1967 built a car called the AMX GT. What it was the predecessor to the Javelin and the AMX. And they built it for the New York Auto Show. It was to get the people in to sign contracts and buy them, and they only ever built one, and then of course everything evolved to what we know today of what the Javelin and the AMX. We have a customer that loves American Motors and decided he had to have this car. So we're recreating it, but we're recreating it a little bit different. The original car never had a drivetrain in it. It was a push in, push out. This car, we did a full chassis in it. We put 2005 C5 Corvette front and rear suspension with a complete transaxle torque tube and everything. It's going to have an LS3 E-Rod motor in it, so it'll have the catalytic converge, charcoal canister and everything. It'll be 430 horsepower. It's going to be a full roll cage.
Yeah.
You'll be able to take it out to the track, have fun with it, and just drive it for all it's worth.
So obviously you're working off of archival photographs from the auto show, right?
That's right, and there really aren't a lot of photographs available. There were never any shots of the interior. It was only shots from the outside, and that's basically what we're doing. And basically what we did is we started out with a 68 Javelin. From the front bumper to the back door is a Javelin. We took the fender flares out of a Gremlin and the roof panel out of the Gremlin,
Yeah.
and the rest of it we're hand building out of sheet metal, English wheeling, and doing all the other fabrication.
Yeah, so it's fascinating to see it in this stage because you can almost see the ideas happening and how you're recreating things. For instance, your relief cuts here, and you're drawing from the homage of the original vehicles,
Right.
so it doesn't look out of place.
Right.
Very cool stuff.
And what you were saying about the cuts, that's how you make it all fit together.
Yeah,
and
because it's
flow.
got to flow. It can't look like, you know, car salad. It has to look like the manufacturer intended it to look. And yeah, it's the things that people don't notice that make a nice car. People don't realize that. It's the subtle little things that your eyes pass over. Your eyes want to see perfection and style. And you guys are nailing this as far as the proportion, flow, style lines. This is going to be an incredible car when it's done. When's the target date for finishing this?
Well, we'd like to get it done by the end of the year if we can. We got a lot of work to do between now and the end of the year. We'd like to take it to Detroit for the auto rally.
Yeah.
But whether we make it this year or not, I don't know. We'll
Wow.
see.
Very nice stuff, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere I look, there's craftsmen. You've got a great crew, very talented guys. Thank you so much for showing me around.
Well, you're welcome, Kevin. We're glad you came in today, and welcome to come back anytime.
Well, do I get a test drive on any one of these cars when they're done?
Absolutely.
You heard it. Hands on Cars. We're out. Thanks, man.